Welcome back. So we are continuing our journey to learn the Bash environment. So in this video, what I'm gonna show it to you, I'm gonna show you the difference between the common user and the root user, because obviously root user is the most powerful user that can do anything. It's always recommended not to log in using that user, but sometimes we have to do it, and we want to see couple of think that is not possible using the common user. Although if we give the user permission, it's still sometimes necessary to log in as root user to see some I would say folders which are not visible to a normal user. So how you can do it in Kubuntu? It's pretty easy. One thing I would always recommend, that change the coloring scheme, because that will highlight which environment you are. So your root environment should always be the different from your common environment. So you can see in here, I have actually create different profile, and profiles are nothing, it's more like the set of preferences that you have assigned to one particular name in your Linux environment, right? So you can see I have two profile. One is default, which is for my common user. The next one is the admin one. So admin means I know that I'm going to be the administrator of the machine, so I need to be very careful. And like you can see, if I just click on the default, you can see the coloring scheme has changed, but it didn't change the username. So keep in mind, you have to change the user by yourself. So how we going to actually switch the user to a normal user? Let's use the command switch user on Linux, and I'm going to specify my username. So you can see I'm back, but I'm now back into the root directory. Didn't change my home directory. Let's see what we have inside. Oh, so we have permission denied. So that means, although it has changed my username, but it's still not allowing me to see any contents which are sitting within the root premises. So that's where the security comes into the picture, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to now do one step back, and cd dash dash will bring you one level back in your directory structure. And notice the space between cd dot dot. Cd is normally used for change directory. Now we are going to use the cd command to go back into our home directory. So let me just go my home directory. How about if I just show you what the directory structures at the moment? So you can see we have all these folders which are obviously part of the kernel, and every folder has its own significance. We'll discuss it once we interact with them. But at this stage, you can see there are a bunch of folders which are providing some functionality for Linux to function. Now I'm at the moment interested to the home, because like I mentioned, home always keep all the home directories depends upon the number of user we have configured on our Linux machine. So what I'm going to do, let me just change my directory cd home, and obviously I only have one user, so I'm going to do Muhammad S, enter, and now I'm back into my home directory. Now if I just do ls, so you're going to see my directory structure has been changed completely. Now just compare these two, you can see now the directory structure is no more the top level directory structure, because slash normally mention the root level. Although we have some private area of root that we cannot explore using the normal user, but we have some folders at the root level which are visible to all the users, right? But if you start manipulating them, then the permission comes into the picture, whether you have right to do it or not, right? But like you can see, as soon as I go back into my home directory, my whole folder structures are changed, and now I'm seeing my local folder structure, right? So that's how we can change the directory, and we can switch between directories. Now coming back to how we so I'm now becoming a normal user, and you can see the coloring scheme has been changed now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch back into the admin mode. As soon as I change the admin mode, you can see the coloring scheme has been changed, but I'm still logged in as my normal account. You can see in here the username is still coming as part of the prompt. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do sudo minus I. That's the command to switch to the root account. It's going to ask me for my password. Although I'm typing my local user password, but because my local user has the admin rights on the Linux machine, so that's why it's going to actually convert me, to transfer me towards the root account. Now I'm back into my root, and you can see the directory structure has changed, right? So if I just put these two windows side by side, you can see on one side we have different folder structure, and you can see the root the username is coming before at the start of the command prompt. So I have Muhammad S in here because that's my user local username, and the coloring scheme is different. And in here I have a root account that I have actually used to log in, and the coloring scheme is changed. So that's a simple tip that can help you to see once you logged in which area you are in, so you can take measures accordingly. So that's a quick introduction to the user profile between root and normal account, and a couple of commands that I have discussed in this video. I'm gonna continue discussing some programming elements in the upcoming video. So stay tuned for those one. If you have any question, please feel free to post in the comments. More than happy to answer. Otherwise, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.